Today's a super exciting day. We have made it to day 10 on our Amish Friendship Bread starter that was given to us by Pike Creek Farm. Thanks, Renee. If you guys want to know how to start your very own, she has a video on that. Hi, my name's Angela and I'm the Inquisitive Farm Wife. So glad that you are here today. If you have not already joined the Farm Wife fam, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the fun stuff we do around here. So I have got a lot of starter, and they say you get anywhere from 4 to 6 cups of starter to share. So I happen to have 4 of these gallon-sized bags, and we need to get them ready for gifting. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label what we're putting in here. Okay, so there we go. We let them know what it is. Now, the next step, you could do a couple of different ways. And you can go all the way through, see if you can see that. Here we go. You can write on your bag, day 1 through 10, every step of what to do. Or, another great option, I've just did the highlighted points. Day 1 is the day it started, day 6 is the day we feed it, and day 10 is the day we're going to bake or share. And then I'm going to print this sheet out showing you what to do on days 1 through 10 and then how to bake it. So I'll attach this with the starter when I gift it. So we're going to take the entire contents of my bag and we're going to put it in this glass bowl. Whoa! I'm going to try my best not to make a big mess. But, you know, kitchens are made for making messes in, right? My starter doesn't seem to be super bubbly, so we'll just see how this works out. Yes, we need 1.5 cups each flour, sugar, milk. So 1. 1.5 cups of flour. Did I tell you yet? I put the oven at 325 degrees to preheat. Half. 1.5. Okay. And now I need 1.5 cups of milk. This just happens to be farm fresh whole milk. Okay, we'll do my half first. And then a cup. Take my spatula here, and we're going to mix this up really well. This is going to give this a nice feed before we tuck it away in our little baggies. Okay, I think it's going to be okay if it's just a little bit lumpy. Because when we put these in the bags, we can squish them up a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to ladle to the 1 cup mark. I think so. Get out our bag. And we'll just pour that right in there. Because my plan is, I've got a group of ladies that I do a Bible study with on Fridays, and I would like to gift them with some starter. I'd like to take a loaf of bread in to have some coffee with, and then share it with them, and then share a starter for those who would like one, and those who do and don't get one, we'll have plenty of starters to go around after that. So this is it. Now it's ready to share. I'm going to keep filling my bags, and then we'll be back with the next step. Oh, and don't forget, you can reuse your bag to give yourself a starter too. We'll just make sure that we change the dates on the bag so we know which day is which. And now I have my own starter and 4 more to share. Looks like we have about 1.5 cups of starter left. So I decided today, instead of making the traditional bread, we are gonna make apple cinnamon. I need to add 3 eggs. These are some of my beautiful farm fresh eggs. Oh. And I just gathered these today, so I knew that they would be good to use. Just kind of stir that up just a little bit. And then I want to add a cup of oil. I'm going to use vegetable oil today. We only need a 1/2 cup of milk. There we go. A cup of sugar. I'll go ahead and take this out. We don't need that right now. So I'm going to set it aside. So that was a 1/2 cup. And a full cup of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Small splash. That's it for our liquid type ingredients. I can go ahead and use a metal whisk since we're going to be baking with it today. So here we go. Let's go ahead and whisk this together. See if I can get that oil to incorporate a little and break up those eggs a bit. Now we can work on the dry ingredients. Okay, so next we'll add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Ish. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's this one. Half a teaspoon of salt. Just going to kind of use my judgment here. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Two cups of flour. And then you can add 1 or 2 boxes of pudding of your choice. I'm adding vanilla today. And then I'm going to kind of start folding this in so I don't make a huge mess trying to whisk it. Now that I've kind of gotten it incorporated just a little bit, I'm going to bring out the whisk and try to bring this together more. You could do this use a hand mixer or your stand mixer. I've always just done it like this. And then this is your batter for your bread. And right now at this moment I'm realizing that I only put enough ingredients for 1 batch. And we have enough starter for 1.5 batches. So back I go and I just added half the amount of all the ingredients you just saw. And decided I'm going to have to grab some more pudding. So this is what I did. We're going to do caramel. So it's a caramel apple bread. Oh, doesn't that sound amazing? So kind of get those lumps out. That is a beautiful batter. I'm going to kind of let this set aside while we get the bonus ingredients ready. Okay, I am getting all creative, but we've already put the cinnamon in it, so we're just going to do apple and some walnuts. But because I put the caramel butterscotch, do you know how hard that was for me not to put caramel bits in here? Wouldn't that be so tasty? Oh man, you could get so creative with this. Did you know that you can actually make savory things too? I am so excited when my friend Renee contacted me and said, hey, do you like Amish friendship bread? Is that something you think that you would want to give a go? And I said, yeah. And so we have found so many websites and Pinterest and things, and we are so excited to bring these to you just randomly whenever we get a video made. It won't be on a set schedule or anything. It's just going to be friends having fun and sharing recipes with all of you to inspire you, so that if you want to go along on this journey with us, you certainly can. And I'm just going to kind of chop up some apple here in pretty good sized chunks, because we're going to put these in loaf pans, and you know, you want a nice bite, but it's pretty thin, so put as much apple as you want in here. I've got some apples here that got kind of beat up on the way home, and so when I found them in the fridge, they've got some bad spots, but that doesn't mean they're bad apples. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of cut those bad spots off, and we're just going to kind of work around them. And there is still quite a bit of good apple to be had. Make sure, of course, you rinse them well. And it's up to you if you want to take the skins off. Some people are bothered by that, and some people are not. It's up to you. And because we're putting the walnuts in, I really feel that one apple's enough. So I'll save this for another time. And next, I'm just going to grab some walnuts here. And I'll grab a nice, big handful or two. Something about walnuts and apples, I just think they go so well together. And I'm just going to kind of fold this caramel, I'm going to fold these apples and walnuts in here and see if that's about the way I want it to be. And I think that looks pretty good. I don't want to put too much in there because apples do hold a lot of moisture, and I don't want it to get so wet that it'll have a difficult time cooking all the way through. The clean as you go cooking me has to wipe this off real quick. Grab a couple of, this will make 2 nice size loaves. It's perfectly okay to butter the dish, but I'm just going to spray it. And we'll just pour it in there. Oh, it looks so good. See what we end up with. That one might be a little too full. It's about like a muffin, you know. So we're gonna have like a vanilla, caramel, cinnamon, apple, walnut, Amish friendship bread. Oh, it sounds and smells amazing already. Kind of hide those apple pieces so they won't brown. This brings back so many memories. When I was first married, I was shared a starter. Well, guys, I've already messed up. Go figure. It's been a long time, guys. It's been like decades since I've done this. You're supposed to make a cinnamon sugar mixture and dust the inside of this pan so that there's cinnamon sugar on all sides. Well, I'm going to give myself a little excuse that we added the apples and the walnuts, and so we didn't have to do this. We're just going to pretend, right? So what I've got here is just a store-bought cinnamon sugar mix, and I'm just going to generously sprinkle this on top of our loaves. And hopefully that'll make up for not quite doing the recipe right. But you know what I have learned? Recipes are guides, and we can personalize things the way we want. And you know, next time, maybe I'll remember to do it the right way. But I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going to take everything out of the pan. I'm going to go ahead and just make it like this. And my Bible study ladies, I bet, will gobble it up right away. And I bet my family does too. And you know what? So what if I made a mistake? It's okay. It's not the end of everything. These will still bake up nice and taste really delicious. I'm sure that my Bible study ladies will enjoy it with their coffee, and I know my family will too. So let's get these in the oven now. We need to bake these for about an hour until they loosen, the sides loosen from the pan at 325 degrees. The alarm just went off. Our bread's done. Yay! Let's go get it. Well, after, about 5 minutes, I want to try to get our bread out of the pan. So my little trick is I like to run a knife along the side, turn it to its side, and then let's see if it wants to come out. I don't know that it's quite ready. We have to remember, I did kind of mess up by not putting the cinnamon on the bottoms and the sides, so it's going to be a little more difficult for me to get this out. See if I can get this to come out. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Still a bit hot. I got a little excited, so I lost part of the bottom, but this is because I didn't wait. I only waited about 5 minutes to let it cool. Now, I'm just going to turn it to its side and let it cool for another 5 to 10 minutes. But we've got this in the bottom of the pan, and we're not going to let this go to waste. I'm going to give this a little taste test. And if that cinnamon would have been on the bottom of this, that would have taken it over the top. Guys, I hope you give this a try. Hope you follow along. If this is a journey you want to go on with me, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. And let me know if you'd like to make a start and share recipes with each other. I think this is going to be a lot of fun together, trying savory, sweet, and everything in between. Let's get baking, friends. See you next time.